Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How's it going out there? Good. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, should you pay off your debt or should you invest? I don't know. I'm going to tell you in this example here. Look, everybody's going to be a little bit different here, but what we're looking for is the best possible outcome. The numbers to add up greater for you, whether you go left or whether you go right. This is a highly debated topic here, and a lot of people are going to say just pay off the debt. But does it make sense? Do you end with more money doing one over the other? It depends on your debt and the things you have going on, but you've got to work through this or get somebody to work through it with you. I want to give you an example today of, we're going to call him Charlie Parker, right? Every one of our sample clients are named after a famous jazz musician or just jazz musicians in general. Let's take a look at Charlie Parker here. So a little bit about him. He's 35 years old. He's got $3,000 in expenses, single dude. He puts 3% away in his 401k, $80,000, $88,000 in income. His retirement age, 66, wants to spend $3,500 a month, looking good there. And herein lies the problem. Old Charlie's got some debt. Charlie's got a Visa of $11,000. He's got a Discover of $8,000. What's that charging? 14%. Okay, so he's got a Citi Rewards card. He says he pays it off in full to get the rewards. He lies. He didn't pay it off. Come on. $7,900, and it's currently at 12% interest. Okay, so Charlie comes to me and he said, and this is based on a real customer. He says, hey man, I'm here with Jazz Wealth. Should I pay off my debt or should I invest more? What should I do? I've got a little extra cash. That's all right. Let me take a look at your nest egg here. How much cash do you have, old Charlie? So we're going to go over here to his cash flows. And what we're basically seeing is every single year, the amount of money he makes, the amount of money he spends, the taxes collected, his savings to his 401k in this case, and the total amount that goes out. So we've got total income, total going out. He's left over with about $11,000. Now currently the system says just pretend that money disappears. He didn't save it anywhere, but we know he's got about $11,000. And in fact, as his expenses get a little bit cheaper, he's got more and more money. He's making a little bit more money as he goes there. So we go, all right, you've got enough money. You probably can afford to do both, right? I would go back over here and say, I see a savings account in here. And that pretty much can cover what we can actually see. 3 months, we can see it covers, let's go down here and just zoom this in. He's actually, well, that's not fair. He doesn't have that. He's essentially got more money than he needs to survive 3 months. So he's got 3 months living expenses. Let's say he wants to do 6 months. He's still good to go with the total liquidity that he has. I would argue that some of that needs to be in savings. But anyways, he's got an emergency fund. He wants to invest some more. He could probably pay off both things here, but he's got a little extra cash. So the question is, let's look at his debt. Should he pay off debt or should he invest? So let's do an example. Let's just see the difference. This is not an opinion. This would just be exactly what he should do. So he said he wanted to spend did he tell me? $450 extra a month to $550 extra a month is what he's willing to spend. So what we're going to do is say, all right, let's focus on the highest interest rate because those are credit cards that he has there. We're going to say he wants to spend $450 more a month. Now, he doesn't want to pay off his mortgage. He wants this credit card debt gone. He's okay with the mortgage and he might pay extra there later, but for right now, we're not answering that question. So we're going to say keep that payment the same. Now, if he pays an extra $450, how much does he save? Well, he saves $43,242 and he'll have his debts paid off in 2036. Okay. So let's pretend that he does this and he pays the $450 and then in 2036 he starts investing the $450 in a Roth IRA. So now what I'm going to do is go model that. We want to see the total result of his plan here. So we're going to go to savings. I'm going to add in a Roth IRA and I'm going to say, what was that? Let's say he does $450 a month, $5,400 a year. Perfect. So he'll be under the limit there. And he's going to start this thing in 2036. And he'll increase it by inflation or something, 3%. Oop. Okay, so that's what he's going to put in, but it's not going to start until 2036. All right, cool. So now we're going to go and look and see what his ending balance would be. Naturally, it improves what we've done here, but we're going to go look and see what his ending balance would be in his investment accounts, just assuming his existing investments grew as is. So we've got this set up in here. We've got everything in the 401k. We've got that Roth IRA kicking in. What would the ending balance be all the way down here at the bottom? $3 million, can you see it? $3,229,575. So I'm going to go like this, 3 million, $229,575. Okay, so that plan is paying off the debts first, then starting to invest. All right. I don't know how this is going to turn out, by the way. This is going to go either way, but it doesn't matter. Whatever the answer is for Charlie is what we're going to give him. So now we're going to say, get rid of the Roth. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, actually. So we're going to go back over here, and we're going to say, let's go to the debt. Let's get rid of our proposal here. We don't want to save any money. We want to invest that money. And we're going to save that. That's going to bring us back to, okay, that brings us back there. Go with this guy here. A little bit of change there just by paying the highest interest rate. Okay, so now we're back to square one, and we're going to go over to his profile, and we're going to say, now we want to do that Roth IRA, but we want to start it now. Screw the debt. So $5,400 is going towards the debt right now. We're going to say calendar year 2021, all right? And we'll still increase it by inflation. Everybody should be increasing by inflation. And so there we go. So now what we want to see is what's the ending balance. All right, so we go to the cash flows here. Wow, already he's got a huge probability of success there. But we're going to look at his current plan accounts, ending balance by account. And so I don't have it set to future dollars there. What'd we do? Go back to analysis, and we're going to say, there we go, cash flows. Accounts. No, I did it right. Okay, so his ending balance there is actually $9,245,324. Now, granted, this is later. Look at how old he's going to be. He's going to be 90 years old. He's only 36 right now, so that shows you the big difference there. So by him waiting to start investing at 2036, which would be 50 years old, or starting to save at 36, it is a huge difference. In this case, he is going to earn, I mean, assuming he lives to be 90, what we should do is go look back and see, like, how about retirement age, right? 27595. That's where we should have probably looked. But in the end of his life, he's going to have so much more money by investing first. This is just this example. I'm not saying the same for you, right? If we look at his investments, he's a young guy, so he's taking plenty of risk right now. He's swinging for the fences there, right? He's all in stocks. He could afford to even back down a little bit on stocks, but this is with everything he has. So this is not guessing what his returns will be. These are actually using the investments that are in his accounts, right? And so the Roth IRA is going to mirror this, to be honest, in the system here. So in this case, there is no doubt. I mean, it's almost so much you kind of want to double check the numbers, but there's nothing to double check at this point. There is no doubt that that extra $450 a month at age 36 will mean much more to him when he's 90 or through his retirement age than it will mean to front load the debt right now and wait to start investing at age 50. There's no doubt about it. There's no question. There's no, like, you just have to ask yourself if you can live with paying off that debt until 2036. But if I dangle, $9 million in front of your head at age 90, maybe that does it. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, 90? What the heck is that? And again, we should go back. And I'll tell you what, the video's over here. Thank you for supporting. But what I'm going to do is go back and change that because I'm just curious. So if you're done watching, that's cool. I'm going to go back to his cash flows here real quick. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to look at current plan. I'm going to go to ending balance by account. I just want to look at 65, right? Something a little bit younger. 27. Okay, let's do it over here. We've got 2795817, and now let's go put everything back to that debt plan a second ago. So we're going to say the savings in the Roth doesn't start till 2036, like we had it, and then we're going to go back to his debt, and right here. Go back to his debt, and we're going to change it to the 450, and we're going to say pay the highest to lowest, and don't worry about the mortgage right now. So I refresh that. We should get the same number. We do. Okay, so let's go back now and see the cash flows at 65. And, let me go over here. Did I leave it? Debt strategy. Okay, so the debt thing was still in there. So now we go to cash flows, and we got to see, ending balance by accounts. And let's go to 65. And we've got $1,610,000. So $1,610,000, $2,795,000, $1.1 million difference by simply investing instead of paying off the debt. And that debt's no joke. That's double-digit interest rate debt right there. So don't think I'm putting that down. If this would have come out the other way, I'd have said the same thing. In this case, for Mr. Charlie Parker, he has got to start investing at such this young age, the extra money, instead of paying off the debt. Who would tell you that? Certainly old Dave Ramsey wouldn't tell you that because, all debt's bad, right? And I don't mind that. But if you're going to pay off debt, just make sure that you end at your goal with more money than if you would have invested it. What a cool lesson today. I love it. Hey, anyways, if that helped you in some way or at least got you thinking, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button. I do appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for all your support. Really do appreciate it.